Good morning, Moist Voicers, or afternoon, or evening, or night. I guess it depends on where you are in the world. Hello. Welcome to another episode of the Moist Voice Podcast, where we have some interesting things to say, some not so interesting things, and then somewhere in between, there's Jason.
Oh, I'm just the general fuckery that comes with all of that.
Have you seen your forehead?
Have you seen your face?
She thinks I'm cute.
That makes one.
It's the only one that matters.
You don't even think you're cute.
I think I'm handsome sometimes.
Hey, I think I have cute features. Overall, I'm ugly as fuck. I know it.
As long as you know it.
I do.
Anyway, hello, Moist Voicers. Guess what? You might notice something a little different. It's not dark.
And you are white.
Well, not just because, like, if you look at his background, it is daytime. So we're not recording in the dark, but also my lighting. I got some lighting. Look at all the cars.
Yeah, it's all aboard the struggle bus for this morning.
Bro, when I hopped in, you saw my face. My eyeballs were like,
You look like you just did a night in the drunk tank and just got released on your own recogs, and you was just like, man.
It was rough. It was rough. I still got the crusties in my eyes, but I'm resetting my sleep, so this is perfect.
Now, what is this about now? You're trying to get your streaming schedule changed up a little bit?
Yeah, I want to, remember I said I wanted to start streaming mornings. So, and I haven't been able to do it this week. So, cause like my sleep schedule's been so fucked. Like
right.
To the average person, my sleep schedule was fucked. But to me, like it was normal. But I want to get out of that because like that was my sleep schedule for a long time, going to bed 5, 6, 7, 8 a.m. But I don't want to do that anymore, and I wasn't doing that for a while, and then I went on vacation. It fucking reset everything, so I gotta go manually do some resetting. You feel me?
Right. So what we're trying to do here is you're trying to get up early in the morning, do a little streaming, do what you got to do, then go to work. So you're trying to get off work, come home, go straight to bed.
Yeah.
And then
that's
so you're trying
the
to
goal.
make it like a normal 9 to 5ish as much as you can.
Yeah. I've done morning streams, but it's usually when I'm off work or like I streamed from the nighttime into the morning. But I've never gotten up, streamed, and then gone to work on a daily basis. I've never done that as a streamer, and I want to try it. I don't know if I'm going to like it. Probably not.
How is that going to affect you as far as gaming goes with like your Aussie and Kiwi friends? Because I know you do a lot of gaming with the Down Under people.
Well, Kiwis, they don't like to be associated with Australians and vice versa.
That's why I separate them. I said Aussies and Kiwis. I didn't say Australian people.
Well, I don't play with Kiwis.
At all?
Not a lot of them. I mean, I've played with some here and there, but not. It was always significantly more. But I don't play with Australians anymore. Not really.
Not really? Okay, all right.
No, once I left that whole one community, like I still keep in contact with a few people here and there on a personal level, but
that one toxic situation that had to be cut off at the root.
There were quite a few. But yeah, I don't game with a bunch of Australians anymore.
Okay, all right, cool. Well, then good. Then I think that it'll work good for you because, in my opinion, I think it's a healthier structure as far as you're going to be able to engage with a lot more people because your schedule will more closely mirror what other people are doing. I personally, for me, I won't be able to monitor your stream as much because I'll be at work while you're streaming.
You couldn't want to stream that night.
When
I'm going live at 10, 11, 12
yeah,
night.
Well, that's true. That's true. But I do enjoy modding your channel when I get the chance because it is few and far between versus when you first started and I was just in there for 6-7 hours straight just putting around on Google and modding for no fucking reason. But,
yeah, you know the good old days. But anyway, a couple things. One, peep the cars in the back. You see them?
They look nice.
I finally set them all up. I got a few new additions, the Supra from the Fast and the Furious and the Skyline from Too Fast and Furious. They're the most recent ones, but I pulled all my shit out of storage. Got a little shelf, set it up, made it look good for you. They don't have to look at my ugly face all the time. You can enjoy that.
Yeah, you can zone out like that. Those are nice looking rims. Don't find the ugly guy in front of them.
I got some pretty cool looking cars. They're mostly JDM for the most part. I got a lot of Nissan.
feel like that's what everybody does for me. They look past me and everything in my room and try not to stare at me because we know I'm ugly. It is what it is.
I mean, I know I look at Alfred all the time.
Oh yeah, the Ewok Alfred.
So we were in Discord with the Pockets the other night watching Fast and the Furious, the first one, and playing BattleBit. And boy, we had a nice conversation, and I think I'm gonna pitch an idea for a new movie.
Uh-oh.
So it got to the point where he pulled the Super up. He's like, you said you need a 10-second car. He said 10-minute, not a 10-minute car. Probably, the Super sitting on
the whole spiel.
Yeah, okay, so he's like, 15 grand, put it on my tab at Harry's. And then instantly we started talking about, it was like, tab, who's paying that?
Good point.
Saiku said something, I don't remember what, and it triggered something within. I'm like, yeah, who the fuck is paying that? Because I'm like, if you think about it, right, they're about to flee the fucking country soon. So any money he has, he's taking it fucking with him. They don't even get to boost the last fucking truck to sell that shit because they got to get the fuck out of Dodge.
Harry's got this giant bill that nobody's paid.
Yeah, so I'm like, you just put a 15 grand tab that he ain't about to fucking pay. There's no shot. Like, there's no way it gets paid, right? Now, on top of whatever else tab he already has, there's no shot anything's getting paid. No, I'm pitching a movie idea. Stop it.
Go ahead.
So he's pissed off. He's already pissed off because he's got a cop living with him, pretending to work there, so he doesn't fucking go to jail for receiving stolen goods and shit. He's already pissed off. He's like, that's stressing him the fuck out. Dom's about to fucking leave the country, so all of those people that are coming in, pouring in, fucking trying to be fast like him, where are they gonna go now? Because he's not around anymore. He's losing his star attraction. He's pissed off. Next Fast and the Furious movie, Harry's revenge arc.
That's what that was. Harry's revenge arc.
He comes back. He's the next villain trying to take down the whole family. He's like, I'm pissed off.
So I just want to throw this in there because you're a car guy. I'm a car guy, and there's lots of people that are car people that probably listen to this. You tell me how the fuck you're getting a 10-second Super with only 15 grand in the condition that car was in.
Well, mind you, this is also 2001.
I don't care.
That was 22 years ago, dog. Shit wasn't as expensive.
It was for a Toyota Super Turbo.
I think you're overthinking it.
We're not talking about Hector Civic. Also, whatever happened to Hector? How come Hector never came back? I wanted to see Hector. Did he make it on the Naira circuit? Did he succeed? Was he a star racer? What happened to his Civic? That thing was nice.
It was. And so remember when he came in and he bought 3 of everything for all of the Civics.
66 turbos with NOS.
And then he comes in and then they go to the garage and he's got those fucking Civics. What if that? So I'm pretty sure there's a conspiracy theory that was all a ploy to get all the cops off of Dom scent. I think Harry was in on it, dog. Not Harry, Hector. I think Hector was in on it.
I mean, he might have been.
He's the one that buys all the shit for the Civics. He's got those Civics sitting in the garage as a ploy. Like, that's what these are for. What are you talking about? They're not going to be using these illegal cars to take down these shipping containers, whatever the fuck. My words. I can't. My brain.
Right. But Detective O'Connor, the tires don't match. Blah.
Yeah. Like I think it was all just a ploy to get him off the scent, and Hector was in on it.
That movie's got so many plot holes. It's fucking hilarious.
You can start breaking it apart.
My God. Oh, dude, Johnny Tran. He's got an oil lube hose in the dude's mouth. Nothing. There's an S2000, a bike, and a bunch of Civics. Why is he asking about Nissan SR20s?
I said the same thing. He's like, a couple of SR20 motors go pretty prestige a week before Race Wars.
Those motors before a race war would pull a premium, but not what he's running.
Yeah, it's like, bro, I don't even see a Nissan in sight.
There wasn't one. Vince's Maxima and Leon's R33, and then neither of them use an SR20. It's the only Nissans in the or the 240 that Letty drove.
That did bother me. Another part that bothers me is when they what the fuck? Johnny Tran. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Remember when they were like, we're going in on Johnny Tran in the morning, and he's like in bed with Mia. He's like, yeah, it's the wrong number. But so he's got a bunch of the DVD players and shit sitting in that garage. Couple things. Why is all that shit sitting in a car garage? Another thing is, why were they purchased legally? Why do you have so many purchased legally? You a fucking do you own like an electronics store? No, the fuck you
Yeah,
don't.
I was gonna say he owns the pawn shop on the corner. What do you mean,
Does
bro?
he?
Probably. Did you see the house they were in? They own something.
Yeah, but that's his family. He's doing sketchy shit with his cousin out of his garage. You know what I'm saying? But like, why did he have so many, and why were they purchased legally?
Why weren't you keeping them in your warehouse?
That's what I'm saying, dog.
Giant warehouse.
Why are you keeping them in your garage? Like so many, like it just doesn't make fucking sense. I love that movie, but hear me out. They didn't fully think a lot of things through. I guess they also probably didn't think that whole franchise was going to go as far as it went either.
But they also made the conscious decision not to kill it when they should have, which was after like the third, maybe the fourth one. They're on 10 and they're making 10 a trilogy. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
I haven't even seen it. I haven't
seen it since like 8.
I think I saw 8. I don't remember. Is that the one where Dom like has to go against everyone?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know.
Or was that the 7th one? I don't know.
I genuinely don't know.
That was the last one I saw, and I barely saw it. Like I don't even.
The last one I watched was him. I didn't watch the one with Jason Momoa, which is the new one. I didn't watch the one with John Cena, which was the one before that.
I think there were a couple with him.
What?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he was in like 2 of them. Like
all I'm saying is
one where he was like the bad guy, and then he wasn't.
All I'm saying is 1, 2, and 3.
I think maybe
1, 2, and 3 were the only ones that were about what the movie franchise was supposed to be about, which is cars. The rest of it became a fucking action movie that matters none.
So yes, and I'm gonna tell you, like I tell everyone, is have they gone a little farther than they should have? Yeah, but it's a storyline. If you think about it, the true storyline was they were criminals.
Family.
And a cop was trying to infiltrate their family to take them down. They had to flee the country because now they're wanted and for a whole bunch of different reasons, right? And it escalated from there. The storyline got them to where they needed to be. Now, why the storyline took them to the point where they're like saving the fucking universe and shit, I don't know.
They went into space with a car. You don't need oxygen when you have family.
I'm not saying they didn't go a little fucking extravagant, but also at the same time, what else are they gonna do? They kind of gotta go really big because otherwise it's just the same stale shit for fucking 10 plus movies. So I get it. So I get it, and like the storyline is taking them to these places. So yeah, they're not, they're not young fucking street racers anymore because life doesn't allow them to be that anymore. So
I get it.
That's just how it is.
Which brings us to our most important question, which is your next topic idea.
Harry's Revenge Arc?
No, the other one.
Which one?
Vin Diesel.
Oh yeah. So
I'm curious myself.
So I saw a post and it's like everybody is still confused about Vin Diesel's race, and same.
Yeah,
because I actually have no idea. But so the only thing that I can come up with is that his race is car.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you're an idiot. So I've always been curious about this myself because Mia looks Latino. She's not. I don't think she is.
She definitely could pass for it.
She could, but he can't. He ain't tan enough for that shit.
At some points,
maybe in the first movie.
Yeah, as I say, in some points, it's in the first one, maybe. Yeah,
maybe. In the later ones, he white as shit, dog. That nose is white as fuck. You got a white boy nose. Fuck out of here. But yeah, no, it's always funny about that. And yeah, all right, we gotta move past this. We're way too deep.
We're about 15 minutes deep on Fast and the Furious.
Right.
But real quick before we do though, this is one of the most recent additions to my car collection. Remember we did the Mount Rushmore for Fast and Furious cars. So I want to get I want to get my Mount Rushmore, and this is one of them.
2JZ, no shit.
Then you got the Skyline. Yeah. So I have in the Amazon cart. I think I have the Dom's Arc 7 from the first one. The Hans RX-7 from the third one. I have the S2. I
Nice.
have Suki's S2000 in the cart. What else? I have the Eclipse.
Nice.
I have the Eclipse sitting in the cart and a couple others. I like you can even get the red, the orange, red, whatever fuck color Harry's truck, the one that he was driving in the first
Oh,
one.
the F-150 Lightning.
They
Yeah.
have that. You can get. You can
Does it
get.
actually have like Harry's parts and whatever?
Oh,
on the side
I
of
think
it?
so.
Oh, that's
I
pretty
didn't.
cool,
I
actually.
just. I was scrolling and saw it. I didn't put it in my cart, but I
You know
kind
what's fucked up?
kind of want
That's
to.
the one I would buy. I would
Yeah,
buy.
I
I don't care about the other ones. I'd buy the F-150. Yeah.
They have Mia's Integra from the first one.
Nice.
They have the Supra from the second one that you liked. You can get that.
Cracker Jack too. Yeah.
They
Or
have
Flapjack.
they have his Blue Skyline from the fourth.
Fourth one. Yeah.
Yeah, they have what movie was someone driving an all white Supra?
An all white Supra. Oh, that's the last one. That's the when he leaves at the end of the movie where they part ways.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's the white
Yeah,
one he
yeah.
drives.
You
Yeah.
can get that.
I think that was Paul Walker's actual. That he owned that. That was his Supra actually.
There's a couple others. But
Yeah.
I want to get the Eclipse and I want to get the Evo because
The
yeah.
yellow Evo.
No, the red one. No, they have the yellow. They have the yellow one. I want the one from Tokyo Drift.
Okay, the red Evo 8.
Yeah,
gotcha.
I think
All right.
I think that was my Mount Rushmore, right? The Eclipse, Supra, Skyline, Evo. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I believe it was. Yeah.
The only one I don't remember seeing was the Evo, but I didn't actually look for it. But I
got you.
want to get my Mount Rushmore on my collection.
Okay, that'd be cool. All right, so we're gonna move past this. I got a couple topic ideas I'm gonna get into that I'm very excited for. I got some new goodies. I had a little cry with myself, so I spent a little money. I recently on Discord, I've been talking to a few people on Discord, and I am looking forward to Starfield. I've talked about it before, and I was turned on to a game that came out quite a few years ago called Elite Dangerous, and it's a spaceship, space simulator game, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So I got looped into it. I looked at it, and he kept putting up screenshots, and I was like, "Damn, this shit looks good." So
Who was Zeticus?
Zeticus, yes.
Oh yeah,
And
he's real persistent when he likes something.
Yeah, but the problem is I'm into it too, so I was just like down the rabbit hole I went, and so Moist Wars, I deep ended it. So I went on Amazon, and I wasn't planning on buying all this stuff.
And
But I ended up, and yet I had, like I said, this is what led to me having a little cry with myself later about spending money I don't need to. I bought a new computer desk, which will be here later this week. I bought a new chair, which I'm currently sitting in. I'll kind of lean over, see that mesh back, so I don't sweat when I'm fat. Yeah,
so I don't sweat when I'm fat.
you know it. Yeah, I'm fat. So
no, I know it. It's just funny how you worded it.
So, well, the problem was I was looking for a cheap gaming chair. I don't need anything fancy, but all of them were faux leather, and I can't do it. Look, if you're fat and you ever sat in a chair for an extended period of time, you know what I'm talking about. You lean up, you got that wet spot on your back. It don't breathe right. So I needed something to breathe a little bit so I can sit in this chair for a few hours. It's very comfortable. So the other things I bought were HOTAS mounts. So HOTAS, for anybody that doesn't know, is hand on throttle and stick, or HOSAS, hand on stick and stick. So I bought these super nice mounts.
Sexual.
Yeah, right. You want my hand on stick? You want to go skiing? A little HOSAS action? Yeah,
buddy.
So I bought these mounts, and there's two different variants. So there's the kind that mount to the chair, and there's the kind that mount to the computer desk. I got the ones that mount to the computer desk, and then I bought dual Thrustmaster TC 16000M joysticks. So I'm going to be a rocket boy. So I'm going to be able to play Star Citizen, Elite Dangerous. I'm going to give Star Wars Squadron another go. And then, of course, when Starfield comes out, we're going to give that another go.
If you ever decide to play squad with Cujo, you can be the pilot for the helicopter.
I don't think he wants me being a pilot for his helicopter. I really don't.
But you got this stuff.
Yeah, the stuff to run right into the side of a mountain.
You can go on and practice. There's I don't know if it's like practice servers or a mode, but yeah, you can go practice flying. He did that shit for like 3 hours one night.
I would probably try,
and he crashed every time.
The problem with deep ending it like I did is I have zero experience with a joystick. I've never used it.
What do you mean? You were single for a while. What are you talking about?
I've never used a USB pluggable joystick with the Kung Fu Action grip and like the 19 different buttons. Yeah.
Didn't you play Atari?
Bro, that was a lifetime ago. Don't come at me like that.
I'm just saying you can't say you've never used the joystick.
I've never used a joystick for the purpose of flying some kind of vehicle.
Never played Space Invader or whatever the fuck that game was called.
That was all controller.
What was
I did use.
What was that game called?
What? Space Invaders.
Is that what, you had to like move and then shoot?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Space Invaders, Asteroid, there are a bunch of different ones.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, the problem with deep ending it is apparently when you're doing a space simulator or something with dual joysticks, there is one hell of a learning curve. Like, I would never, like, they're saying don't go into this thinking you're going to be good. You're not. You're going to be bad.
Yeah, it takes a lot of experience.
It takes a lot of experience, but they're saying that if you're in space, the dual stick is the way to go. So I bought all this. I also bought a keyboard. Dead on arrival. I went to Walmart. I bought a keyboard. Brought it home. Should I say what it is? No, we'll leave that out.
Nah. You got to tell them what it is, so the moist voicers know not to purchase it.
Right. So I bought a SteelSeries Apex 100 gaming keyboard. It lights up blue. It's got the options. It can breathe and pulse.
Allegedly.
All that dumb shit. Allegedly, right. The issue I ran into is I plugged it in. I'm like, all right, let's give this a chance. I go to Notepad, I open it up, I start typing. Half the keyboard's dead. Like I'm going Q, W, E, R. The RT worked. The I, the P worked. Backspace don't work. F and J worked, and then like Z, X, C, V worked. That's it. Rest of the keyboard was dead. I'm like, fuck am I supposed to do it here? Dead out of the box dead. So I got to take that back to Walmart. So it was a SteelSeries. Now I went on their website, come to find out it was cheap. It was $30, cost me $30. The reason it cost me $30 is because SteelSeries doesn't even support it software or hardware wise anymore. They've moved on. So if you get one and it don't work, you better take it back, which I need to do. So I am in the current, I was talking to Matt off stream a little bit yesterday. I need to figure out, I need a better keyboard. I got to get some kind of a keyboard. I do want to stay with SteelSeries because I already have the GG app for my my mouse. Because they do make, as you said, they do make good mice. I love my mouse. It works great.
Yeah, I just don't know. I've only ever used I've had a mouse from them once, and then I've used their headsets because Joey loves SteelSeries. But like I've never used the SteelSeries keyboard, so I don't know what's good and what's not.
You also, I thought about that as you said that. I was like, I don't need a new headset. But for anybody wondering, this is from my Xbox. It's a Turtle Beach set. They're not great.
If you want wireless, I think it's
don't.
Well, I was saying if you did the Arctis 7s, which are really fucking good, and they've gone past that now. They have like more different models and shit. They used to be real expensive, but I was telling my nephew about them, and they're fucking apparently those headsets are really cheap now.
Okay,
like I think it was like $70 or some shit.
Oh, that's real cheap. These were like 50, but I mean they were Turtle Beaches.
Yeah, but they have. I think the Arctis 5s are wired. I'm sure they have a wired version of the Arctis 7s. Maybe I don't know, but I know personally they do make phenomenal headsets. Comfy.
Okay.
The battery, surprisingly, like
I'm definitely looking for the comfy aspect.
Yeah, they were really good. I used to use whenever I would go over Joey's. I would use his shit all the time.
Okay, all right. So that was my expenditure. So all together, I put out a little bit over $400. Not a world breaker, but you know, there's other things that money could have gone to. So
you got chair, desk,
the mounts and the joysticks to go with it. Yes. The only thing I didn't get was a monitor because we've been going back and forth about this. I'm going to use my TV as my monitor. We're going to give it a try. Through us going back and forth today, I actually found out that my monitor was not kicking out proper hertz. It was apparently my Alienware had it capped at 30. Yeah. My TV is a Vizio.
Stop calling it a monitor.
I'm using it as a monitor currently.
That's like taking a Skyline body and putting it over a 240 and calling the Skyline.
I mean, anyway, I found out my laptop had it capped at 30 hertz. I went into the settings. I was able to bump it up to 60. It is working way better now than it was 15 minutes ago. But yeah, so we got that figured out. So I'm going to give this a try with my TV as my main monitor. We're going to see how it works out. If it doesn't, or if the response time is bad, like I think it may be, I'm going to end up having to find alternative means for a monitor. But in the meantime, so I spent a little money, and I'm going to become we're going to do a proper gaming setup like I've always wanted to do, but I was always worried about Alfred chewing it up. So we're going to see.
What's funny is that his main thing for a while was he wanted like a racing setup.
I still do.
he, like the Fast and the Furious, have evolved to space now.
You're not wrong. You're so not wrong. I hate you for pointing that out too. You're an ass.
You're ludicrous right now. You're just chilling up in space.
I'm a space boy. Yeah, like I said, you don't need oxygen when you've got family.
He's a rocket man.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a rocket boy with my dual joysticks.
Best believe when I come out there for the wedding, I'm trying it.
Oh, you can't. Well, so the other thing is, I told Fritz when he gets grounded, I'm gonna steal his VR. And I'm going to do a full VR setup too.
I don't know. I feel like you're too old for VR.
So I'm worried about the spatial sickness. I genuinely am. I'm worried that I'm going to be like I'm going to be like this and go.
Because I'm going to keep it real with you. So I'm a gamer, whereas you're just a gamer.
Yeah.
And I personally think that VR would fuck with me. Because one, I feel like my eyes would struggle to adjust. And two,
correct.
I'm taking a leap somewhere by accident, 100%. Like there's no way.
The only way that I'll play VR if it's on my terms in a game where I'm in a seated position. I'm not doing that. Yeah. I'm not doing that. Like, what's that one where you creep out on the bridge and you look down? No. Fuck that. Nah. You can kick that shit down the road. I'm not doing the shit where I got to jump around and swing it invisible. I'm going to end up punching one of my kids in the forehead because they're going to be recording me looking like a fucking asshole. Like, and I'm going to like go to swing around.
My biggest thing with VR the reason why I'll never do it is like, there's no way it's good for your eyes. Like that sounds like it's going to make me blind in 10 years if I VR.
I mean, the other thing didn't make you blind. They always told you it would. So, I mean,
that's not the same. I just like having so close to your face. I don't know. That just my eyeballs hurt just thinking about it.
It's weird though because it's on your face, but it's far away. It's hard to explain. I have had one on. I've tried it. It's weird.
Did you know that there's a high percentage of the population of the world that use VR specifically for titties?
I mean, they do make VR porn. I know about that.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
Just so you know, keep that in mind.
I mean, they're developing those robots. I mean, in 10 years.
I'm just saying, so.
I'm not going to need a wife. I'll
keep
just
that in mind. If you want to borrow your son's VR, just know there's a chance he might have used it for something.
Why would you?
I'm just saying.
Why would you tell me that?
It's the truth. You know how many people my age are using VR, fucking role playing, fucking anime titties?
But I'm not grabbing his controllers.
I'm just saying, you think a kid with access to a VR is not fucking thinking that shit too?
Of course I know.
If I had a VR if I was a kid right now, there's no shot I wouldn't do that.
Well, thank you for ruining. Oh God, I can't put that on my head anymore. I gotta get my own VR then.
You do, buddy. You do.
And you're not using my joysticks when you come. I'm not letting you use my joysticks.
I'm not using your joysticks when I come?
No, you're going to use your own joystick.
What a choice of words considering the topic at hand.
Right. Why did we go down to, you know what? This time it's you saying some shit, not me.
All I did was point out something that's probably true. And good on him, because I would.
No, he probably is, I'm sure.
I can't imagine anyone who has a VR hasn't done it at least once.
Yeah. And this brings us to our next topic, which is rent-free shit. Now there's one in my head. Rent fucking free. Oh my God. For $200, you can use this to beat your meat too.
Was that the U-Haul reference?
Yeah, it was a U-Haul reference.
For $20. Anytime rent-free shit. Anytime someone says the name Alan, my brain instantly Alan. You don't remember that video?
No, I don't think I do. What video?
It's like an animal or something. He would just randomly fucking poke his head up. Alan!
Oh, okay.
It's just there.
The only one for that I know is the dogs with squirrel. Squirrel.
It's similar to that.
Same concept, right? Okay, Alan.
Alan.
Okay,
You got to see the video. It's funny.
your tone actually makes it fun.
That's how he sounds. And then whenever another one is, if I'm mad, I'll tell someone I'm mad. They'll be, why are you mad? And I'll say, I can't see my forehead. SpongeBob. There's
Oh my god.
So I was thinking about this before we recorded. There is a lot of rent-free shit, but a lot of it I can only remember when it's triggered.
That's how it works, though. If you think about it, that's how rent-free works.
Yeah.
Because there's all right, for anybody that doesn't know what we're talking about. So rent-free shit is somebody will say something and you'll have just this immediate response that's always right there. And you don't even know it's there until you do it. And you're like, why is that in my head?
Yeah.
There's a folder in the back of your fucking head and it's hidden from you. You don't even know it's there.
Archived.
But it's stored. You got some dumb shit archived. And when somebody says a particular phrasing of words, there's this immediate response. It's like word vomit. It just comes out. You don't even know it until you say it. And as for me, we talked about the U-Haul. It's like for $19.95, you can rent this motherfucker too. Like, it is in the back of my head that whenever somebody has something that I have, it's involuntary. For $200, you can have this motherfucker too. It's rent-free. Rent-free. You with the Allen shit. You're not going to know. If you see a dog perk up and you see him do it, in the back here, you're going, Allen.
You know, another one is like, I don't always use it exactly how the movie went, but I do use it, the Fast and the Furious. And he's like, what's the retail on one of those things? He's like, more than you can afford, pal. Ferrari. Right. You know how many times I use that? Just like, just dumb shit. I'd be like, oh, what you got going? They're like, what you got there? And be like, more than you can afford, pal. And then whatever it is.
One of mine is that quote from Pulp Fiction. English motherfucker, do you speak it?
Yes.
Bro, that is one of my favorite lines ever.
And then immediately I'm like, Marcellus Wallace, does he sound like a bitch to you?
Why are you trying to fuck him then?
Quite often it's like movie references and shit. But now that we've evolved significantly farther in the internet and just memes and shit, it's memes.
Yes.
It's fucking like the dog one. Can I bet that dog?
Oh, the other one for me is the what's the guy with the high? What did he say?
I don't know.
That one's always it's a response on those compilation videos. It's just a high pitched voice. When somebody says something out of pocket, you're just like, "What did he say?"
Oh,
just one of those responses.
Yeah.
It just in the back of my mind. And you are right. It is memes at this point.
Yeah,
because it's those one line, like those quick like quips that pop up when somebody says something.
How many Lil Jon references I have stored?
Just random. Okay.
Yeah. I remember at one point when I was role playing on GTA, I was like, I'm gonna make a variation of a Lil Jon character, but instead of he's gonna be like, maybe. Quite possibly.
I remember when Lil Jon went on what was it, Ridiculousness with Rob Dyrdek?
Yeah.
And he set him in a normal. He was like, "Yeah, okay, let's go." And I was like, "That's not Lil Jon." No, it sounded so wrong.
Who is this imposter?
Right. Dude, he was like, "Okay." I was like, "That's not Lil Jon." Aliens. It's not Lil Jon. So rent-free stuff. That's what we're talking about. And please comment on this with your rent-free like quips, one-liners that you use, because I guarantee that everybody has one. If you think hard enough about it, there's that one that you always say, and you might not even know that you're saying it.
When someone asks you for your phone number, if you don't think of one of two options to respond, you're wrong. It's either 8675309 or 281-330-8004. Hit Mike Jones up on low, because Mike Jones about to blow.
Oh. A little aside, that was his real number.
Yeah.
He did get like a $2,000 phone bill and had to cut that bitch off.
Yeah, I remember I tried calling disconnect. I'm like, damn, missed that.
Yeah, he was getting like 20,000 text messages a day.
That's back when you had to pay for text messages.
Right. Hit me after 9. Yeah. Free nights and weekends. Oh, how far have we come with cell phones? But then again, how much worse are we with cell phones versus then as well?
Yeah, it's a cause and effect.
The electronic dependency is a real thing, and it scares the shit out of me at this point, honestly.
So you have way more shit in the ideas than I did this week. I didn't really have much of a going on.
No, you didn't, but the ones you had are awesome. That rent-free shit is just, that's such a great, and honestly, that may need to be like an ongoing, like a recurring topic.
I need to actually sit down with myself and think about all of the shit that does actually live rent-free and make a list.
I think what you need to do is like keep a handy notepad in your phone. And if one ever happens, like stop,
just write it
jot
down.
it down. Yeah. Because as we said, you're not going to remember it 15 seconds later if you don't.
Yeah, because like if I sat down for a little bit and thought, I could probably think like of a couple of hundred maybe, but I have to actually like dig deep because
got to be in that moment.
Yeah, because if not, the only way to get it is like it has to be triggered.
That's that involuntary archive.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah, something happens, and immediate response.
And that's the other thing. What we're talking about for people that don't know is it's involuntary. So when it pops up, you say it, you recognize it, and then 15 seconds later, it's gone. It's back in the back of your head. You're like, what? Wait, what did I say?
Yeah, it's like I remember I was telling her I was calling her something, and then I called her Boo Boo Kitty Fuck, and she immediately knew what it was from. I was like, see, the fate of what happens next with us depended upon you response.
So me and Rachel go through this all the time. We've established that we will never find anybody that will put up with our shit the way we put up with each other's shit, because when we make references and the other one, instead of being like, what the fuck are you talking about, we immediately, whatever the next line is from that quote, it's like right there, and it's like, yeah, that's how it works.
That's
it's important.
It's where I'm at. Also, let's talk about something. Abster did confirm that I found the female version of you.
It's true.
So apparently, I'm really fond of you, I guess. Because the more I think about it, bro, she kind of is the female version of you. Like me as well, but also we're kind of the same person to an extent. I'm pretty sure she's more the female version of you than me.
Yeah, but you know what though? So that's not a bad thing. And
no, of course it's about you. Of course it's not a bad thing.
No. Well, it could be, but what I'm saying is, this is the point that I'm going to make. Me and you balance each other extremely well, because it flip flops. Because when I'm saying some shit, you're over there going, "Hey man, you calm down." And then we have flip flops where you be saying some shit, and I'm like, even I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, so I have to remind her and point out, I was like, you didn't have to say that.
Right. So me and you have a good, I'm going to call this a work balance, because this is pretty much, we do this as it's a hobby of ours, but we do it every week. So you can almost consider it a job, but we balance each other, and we know each other. Yeah. It's a non-profit organization. Please donate to us. Now, we balance each other to a very finite degree, to where we know, if I say something, you probably know where I'm going with it. Not that I should go there, but you know I'm gonna.
Yeah, and I gotta cut you off. Like, whoa, buddy.
So we bounce off each other, and that's why this is so much fun for us, because we're not, for anybody that's listening, we're not working hard at this. This is just us bullshitting with each other. But it comes off so smooth. The flow is so natural, because we have that balance with each other, and I know what he's thinking, and he knows what I'm thinking, and we can just, so my relationship with Rachel is the same thing as this. We're not working hard at this because it's so natural. It's very fluid. It's very abstract. Like, we can go anywhere we need to, and it just flows because it works.
Funny that you say that. We don't work hard at this. That is facts. I'm gonna keep it real with you, moist voicers. I put fuck all energy into this. As much as I love doing this and it's fun,
I put more in than you do.
Like I put the bare minimum energy, because like it, to be honest, to me, it doesn't require much. Now, if we want to expand farther, maybe I put some real energy into it, but I don't want to. Not yet. I don't want to. Not
We're
yet.
having fun right now.
Yeah,
that's the key.
I don't want the fun to be sucked out of it.
Correct.
I don't want it to feel like a job. So I do the bare minimum, and I hope you fucking enjoy it.
No, but as we say though, what if you're good at something, and then it's your hobby, and then you do it as a job? Your hobby's not fun anymore.
That's why
that's where we keep it light, we keep it fun, we keep it moving.
That was a part of what like made me stop streaming. Is like at a certain point it felt like a job.
Right. Well, and thankfully you're getting back into it, because you have been streaming here lately.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping you ramp back up because it's exciting to see you get back into it. And I'm also, it's kind of a partnership because I'm excited to see where you go. And then I'm afraid what's going to happen when I get my setup fully hooked up and lose however many hours. And I have Rachel in here throwing shit at me because I'm like, 5 more minutes.
Please, Mom. 5 more minutes.
You have to be up for work in the morning. It's like midnight. I do see myself losing a day. Like there's going to be like
possible,
it's gonna
dog.
be 4, it's gonna be 4 in the morning, and I'm gonna be like, "What the fuck did I just do?"
Don't underestimate the possibility of losing days.
Bro, that Sea of Thieves shit. We'd be on that bitch till 3:30 in the morning.
I remember
bro.
those days, and I'm fucking stressed the fuck out the entire time because I'm the only one competent enough to know what the fuck I'm doing, and everyone else is fucking puking on each other. And I'm like, can someone get the fucking sails? They're like, we can't. We're wobbly.
I could shoot a cannonball. I was good at shooting cannonballs, though. I was good at that.
I had to fucking man the sails, figure out where we're going, steer the boat.
Yeah. All right. So let's go on.
Fucking
how we
good
looking at
times,
time
though.
here?
Good. We're good.
We're good. All right. You want to get into the urbans?
I mean, we can.
Okay. Do you have anything else you wanted to get into topic wise? Anything happened to you this week?
Like I told you, I got fuck all going on this week. So
let's get into Mount Rushmore then.
I started not a new shift, sort of. They're doing things differently at work and coming off 2-week vacation, and then instantly getting thrown into like a new way of we're doing things. I've been adjusting, so that's been my week.
Okay.
Plus,
and I apologize. I glossed right over Mount Rushmore. I apologize. Let's go and get into that.
But I'm not done.
Okay.
So, the only main thing was that was annoying, but also my ankles have been fucking swelling up for some fucking reason. I ordered some new insoles because I'm that guy. I'm at that point in my life. I can't wear shoes and stand on my feet for long periods of time unless I got the comfy orthotics, you know. That's where I'm at. So
big boy life.
I ordered some new ones of those. I think that's the reason why I've been having issues with my ankle. It's been mostly my right ankle, but my left one has kind of been like hurting because that one I had like a hairline fracture in it a few years back. So like I'm always gonna have issues with that one. But I've mostly been having the big issue with my right one, like where it's just it's been swelling up and weirdly hurting in ways that it never used to hurt. And I don't know why. Gotcha. So I got some new insoles. That's been my week. I haven't done much. Like I've spent a lot of this week being a responsible adult, like making sure I try to go to bed at a decent time. Not always succeeding. So I did a really good job of it, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I did really good with that for the most part, and then it was downhill from there.
Yeah,
but I ain't got much for you, Moist Voices. I'm sorry, my week was dull as fuck, exhausting physically and mentally. So I apologize. I'm sorry.
Nah, but I think you'd be okay.
I'm on a massive reset for a lot of things, so I have to I just accept that's where I land this week. So next week, hopefully, it's better.
That's what we were talking about anyway. Well, that was your topic, resetting for the week. That's your big topic.
Oh, I'm on a massive reset. It's top to bottom.
They're hard.
Yeah, but you gotta fucking do it, dog.
Yeah, like we were talking off stream, and anybody that listened to the episode with me and Cujo knows I talked about doing these 24-hour fasts. I'm doing another one. So when we get off here, it's it's a little after 10 in the morning. I'm going to go eat breakfast, and then I'm not eating again until tomorrow at 10 a.m. So a 24-hour fast, it sucks, but I'm going to do it because it is working for me health-wise and weight-wise, and it's helping. So it's you talk about discipline and like really fucking when you're hungry as fuck at like 8 p.m. and everybody's eating dinner and you're like staring at them like, bitch, if I could rip that fucking burger out of your mouth, I'd fucking. But
impulse control.
And it's part of the discipline you learn. And I do have a lot of impulse control. I have a lot of discipline, believe it or not. Most people not, but yeah, I do have a lot of discipline. So, all right, well, let's go ahead and move on to. You got your Mount Rushmore? Are you still thinking you want me to go?
No, I never actually gave it thought.
All right, can you come up with 4 on the spot? Or
I mean, yeah, I could. I don't know how genuine it would be because there's so many.
There
So-
are, but you got
so-
to think about childhood. Think about your
So what I
childhood.
put in the topic ideas was Mount Rushmore cartoon characters, and there are so many. For me, it's hard to pick. But so, all right, here we go. No, I don't want to do in particular order.
No.
I'm gonna pick T.J. Detweiler from Recess. I fucking loved that character. He always kept his composure. He kept calm and cool in the heat of the moments on the fucking playground, and he was a leader. I like T.J. Detweiler. He was. You ever watch the show Recess? Phenomenal. I love that show.
I have not.
Oh, it was one of my favorite shows when I was a kid. Cartoon characters. There's so many to choose from. It's like this one might be the toughest I've ever done. Because there's so many fucking phenomenal cartoons with great characters.
It's funny because I had 2 of my 4 like right off the jump.
I want to say Arthur because I was such a big Arthur fan when I was a kid. Like I loved that fucking show. So you know what? I'm putting Arthur on. Aardvark, the one he'd wear the headphones down here, ears be up here.
I was gonna say he wore the bone phones,
Yeah,
like they weren't in his ear.
And Buster wore fucking rabbit slippers. He was a rabbit. Oh shit. Tommy Pickles, I think.
Good choice.
Like he's just like T.J. Detweiler, but the baby version, a natural born fucking leader.
We're going on an adventure.
He
Chucky.
said, "I don't want these. I don't want these responsibilities." That's me as an adult. Oh my god, number 4. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know.
You don't know?
No, like I do know, but like I have to choose between thousands. And like it's like, who had the most impact on me as a child, cartoon wise? Like who did I watch the most? So I watched a lot of Arthur. I watched a lot of Recess. I watched a lot of fucking Rugrats. Trying to think of another cartoon that I watched just as much.
Right. Now that's the hard part. You got to figure out which one did you watch as much as those.
Because like those 3 I watched the most out of any cartoon.
Right.
To be honest with you, I'm probably gonna have to pick Mikey from Recess.
Okay.
Because
there's nothing wrong with picking multiple people.
Because I related with him on so many levels. He was always hungry.
One of my picks. Yeah. So 2 of my picks are going to mirror a lot of it. They're not the same people though.
I probably should have actually put thought into that. And to be fair, I did put that in there. When did I put that in there?
Today.
Yeah, I put that in there at 8 a.m. I woke up like 2 minutes before that.
But that's the natural part of it. It was on your brain. You were thinking about it.
But I never actually thought about it because there's so many great cartoon characters. I probably actually should have.
Hey, we can do Mount Rushmore Part 2 on this if you want to put some more
I would
thought into
actually love to. I would actually like to actually sit down and think about it because there's so many cartoons. There's so many cartoons to go through.
Because I have my 4, but I could just as easily throw a different 4.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We'll revisit this, but let's hear yours.
All right, so my 4, and again, no particular order. Courage the Cowardly Dog. Okay. I loved him because he was thoughtful, but he was such a coward. It was hilarious, but he was brave when he needed to be. That was the key. He was brave when he had to be. My second is Ed from Ed, Edd, and Eddy.
Which Ed?
Ed, Ed, was the tall, dumb one. Because I relate to him. He's the golden retriever of Ed, Edd, and Eddy. He's loyal.
Their names were the beat
in sync with the music. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did see that. So Ed was, he's the golden retriever. He's real loyal, but he's kind of dumb.
A bit dumb.
He's a bit dumb, but he's a big, strong guy. Like me.
That was the big goof, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Kick my feet. What are you doing, Eddie?
I remember the one thing I remember about him is with that one chick. She pulled him into the closet for like 7 minutes of heaven or some shit. He goes, hey.
That's Ed.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll say it after we do this.
Right. So my third is Chowder. There's a cartoon called Chowder, and he works for a chef, but he's this little fat purple character, and he has this insatiable appetite. This motherfucker will eat everything. Chowder, he's dumb. He's like just this comic relief character, and his interactions are what make him a lovable character. He's a really sweet, innocent kid. Like the one girl that works for a rival chef, she'll go, "Hi, Chowder." He'll go, "Yeah, I'm not your boyfriend." It's hilarious. Chowder's a great character. And then my fourth is Ferb Fletcher from Phineas and Ferb. I love Ferb. He's the strong silent type. He doesn't talk much. He's a doer, not a talker.
That's his last name.
Yeah, it's funny. I actually was shocked about that.
I don't even know they had last names.
It's Phineas and Ferb. Apparently, it's Fletcher. So I didn't know either. But Ferb he doesn't talk much. He's not a talker. He's a doer. He's the strong silent type. He's always with the shit. He doesn't back down from a challenge, and he wants all the smoke.
Okay.
So what were you gonna say?
The one dude from King of the Hill died. The one that voiced
yes, Dale.
Dale, yeah. Rest in peace, that guy. That's the dude that always had the beer in his hand, right? Yeah.
He was the one that he was a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah. So
no. The one with the beer in his hand. Well, they always all had it. I think you might be thinking of Boomhauer.
No, not Boomhauer. I know Boomhauer.
It was Dale then. Yeah. Baseball
cap. Yeah, glasses. Yeah, that's the guy. Yeah, the one that voiced that died.
Yeah, he was a conspiracy theorist.
so funny story about Boomhauer is apartment complex I used to live at. We had this guy who would always come down to the pool, and me and my friends, we lived at that pool. I'd go out when the pool opened, go swimming, fucking go to work, rinse and repeat. Like I'm a fish. I love swimming. So we were at that pool every fucking day almost. There was this old dude who had a condo in the complex. He would come down there. He's fucking oily, tanned up, like looking like fucking, you know what I'm saying, like a peach all the time. Blonde hair,
leather skin.
Looked like an old dude that used to be a surfer back in the day. So my man, he sounded like Boomhauer.
Oh shit!
The way
really?
he talked, if you just heard it, like you didn't look at him, you'd be like, "Is that Boomhauer?" So
you think the TV was on?
That's what we called. That's what we called him. That he just. Wow. It was not exact, but it was pretty fucking close.
I love the way he talked. Daggone Pat Burma.
He was so funny. He comes in like, yeah, man, what are you guys doing today? You know, just like.
Oh man, I'll tell you what, man.
It sounded so close. It was fucking great.
I think the funny part about that show was the way he talked, and then Dale would follow him up. It's the government, man.
I love that episode with Bobby where he learned the self-defense. Let go of my purse. I don't know you.
Yeah, that show was funny. That show
is great. Damn it, Bobby.
That is the inner workings of the head of Mike Judge, who is also Beavis and Butthead in Idiocracy. That man has some strange thoughts going on in his head. He's a genius, though.
Anyway, let's do this about Rushmore real quick.
We already did the Mount Rushmore.
No, fuck my bad. Yeah, urban.
Yeah, there it is.
This reset sleep shit is for the birds, dog.
I hear you, bro. All right, so the urban words of the week, we always get into them. The first one is, all right, well, first off, again, are there any, you already called out one that you're not sure about.
Oh, no, that was the only one that I really needed to hear about, because you know my take.
I do, so we'll save that for last. So the first one is candy cuticle. So candy ceutical. I'm sorry, I pronounced it wrong. Candy ceutical. It refers to the chewable supplements that look like little pieces of candy, almost like runts, the chewable vitamins. So if you do a multivitamin or you do like vitamin C, you'll notice that like they're always in the shape of like whatever they're supposed to taste like, but they're your daily vitamin regimen, your vitamin D, your vitamin C, all that. So the products are necessarily harmless. Health experts are actually on the fence about whether taking your daily vitamins works or not. They're on the fence. I don't know. But candy ceutical is any daily supplement that you take, one a day, Men's Health, whatever, and it looks like a little fruit. It looks like candy. The next one is skip lagging. Now this one I've heard of before. It's interesting. So skip lagging is the practice of booking a flight with a layover, but the layover is the actual destination, not the final destination. So it's if you're booking a flight to California and it's got a layover in Arizona, but you actually want to go to Arizona, you'll get a cheaper flight if you book to California and then you just get off at Arizona.
The problem with direct flights are not cheap.
The problem with this is the airlines have caught on to it now, which I think is bullshit. That they're like, they'll ban you from the airline if they catch you doing it. Because you buy the ticket, they have all your information. They'll blacklist you to where you can't fly with them anymore, which I think is stupid. Like, lower your prices then, you fucking assholes. Like, seriously. It's stupid. And it's not illegal. It's like counting cards in Vegas. It's
Yeah,
not illegal.
Yeah, it's not illegal. It's just frowned upon.
It's frowned upon heavily.
Yeah, like jerking off on an airplane.
I don't think American Airlines TSA employee is going to like drag you in the back and like hit you with a ball peen hammer though. Vegas might. Don't count cards. It's not good for you. The next is how familiar are you with Seinfeld?
Rent free.
What's that?
When you said it's not illegal,
It's frowned upon.
my brain instantly goes to The Hangover. It's frowned upon, like jerking off on an airplane. Rent free shit.
Right.
Like my brain instantly.
There it is. Yeah, exactly. So, how familiar are you with Seinfeld at all? Any? None?
All right, so hot take, at least for old people, young people who have no fucking idea who this guy is.
Right.
I don't think Jerry Seinfeld is that funny of a comedian. I think his comedy is stale as fuck, and I'm not sure how old you have to be to like understand his humor, but I don't get it.
So he works clean, which a lot of people don't appreciate now. They just like they don't think it's involved enough.
I just
he's
think
also
it's
very
stale.
dry.
Yeah,
he's very dry. He is. So the show Seinfeld, George Costanza, who I think is one of the funnier characters in that show.
Oh, between George and Kramer, they were the show, in my opinion.
They absolutely
they were who I watched for.
So George, in between when he got fired from the Yankees and he was looking for a new job, he got hired at the job and they gave him the Penske file. So the Penske file,
I remember that.
It's when they give you a project to work on, but you don't actually know what it's about, but you just go with it. You're like, oh, the Penske file. I'm excited to dig into that. We're going to show this guy. So it's essentially, it's going along, making it look like you're working really hard, but you actually have no idea what you're doing.
Fake it till you make it, baby.
Yeah, fake it till you make Joe Dirt. New guy, don't know what I'm doing.
Rent free shit.
Rent free. I got the poo on me. Rent free. Oh my god.
Life's a garden. Dig it.
Right. So the next one is called retendering. This one I think is funny for a specific reason. So you're on Tinder, you find a couple hookups, you find a girlfriend on Tinder, you start dating, you delete your Tinder app. That relationship doesn't work out like it's supposed to. You re-download Tinder. Retendering is when you re-download Tinder because that relationship didn't go the way you thought it would. You thought you found your one true love, but in fact you didn't. So now you got to re-Tinder up. Which I've never personally done that. I've never been on Tinder. I don't know how that works. I don't swipe on people.
I don't like that pick for a word. I feel
Retendering?
Yeah, I think that was out of all the ones you said. I think actually no, your candy one and retendering, I think, is showing the lack of being awake mentally for both of us because those were awful.
Well, candy Sunical's nice.
No,
I like that one because I take vitamins.
Those were awful, Jason.
All right, well, fuck you. How about kangaroo
But
apples?
I did like the skip lagging and Penske file.
Yeah. How about the kangaroo apples?
I don't know what the fuck this is, but I just want to voice for those of you moist voicers that don't know. For those that do, you're just probably sick of hearing it, but I'm gonna say it. I fucking hate kangaroos. Absolutely hate them. Despise them. People are like, wait, they're so innocent. I'm like, bullshit. If you met a kangaroo,
they're not innocent. I've never said that.
All they are is just a fucking T-Rex and deer. Fucking had a baby, made this fucking disformed ass bitch. I fucking hate kangaroos. I want to drop kick one.
Yeah, rent free. Whenever you talk about kangaroos, I always have to follow it with, yeah, but it'll beat your ass, to which you swear it won't.
It could fucking try.
It'll fucking kick you into the next zip code, motherfucker.
Yeah, we'll fucking see. I'll chop his tail off. He can't do shit after that, little bitch. Little bitch ass Roo.
We go into this every time. It's like he can't do nothing with that tail. You got to get a hold of that motherfucker to chop his tail off.
Sorry, I shoot it from 600 yards out. I'm good.
Now that I'm cool with. You got him at that point. Yeah. You and because of how dangerous. No, first of all, I've never said dangerous. Dangerous. The word dangerous. I've never said that they're innocent because they're nasty.
Bro, they fucking will creep up in the water and wait for you and fucking pounce on you, little bitches.
Which is even more kudos to that guy that gave the one the 2-piece that had a dog in the head.
That was fucking great.
Bro, I'm surprised you were able to walk out there. I'm surprised you were able to walk up that kangaroo with a massive set of balls dragging under your legs.
I aspire to be that guy. He is my hero.
Right.
I said, fuck you, kangaroo.
Kangaroo apples is an Australian euphemism for testicles. You can't wear that. Your kangaroo apples are going to fall out.
I never thought for even like a remote, second that's what it was going to be.
That's what it is.
Kangaroo. Kangaroo apples. I need to ask Tash this. She is a full-blooded Australian, and I need to. I'm just gonna text her and say, "What are kangaroo apples?"
No. Text her and say, "Have you ever seen my kangaroo apples?"
No, I'm not. That would be inappropriate.
Or what would you do if I sent you a picture of my kangaroo? You gotta word
also
it to
inappropriate.
Yeah, but you got to do it to where if she doesn't know, she doesn't know. But if she does, she might get a laugh out of it.
If it's an actual thing, she'll know. If it's not a thing, she won't know. I don't need to be inappropriate to get the answer.
True. If it's not a thing, though, we'll just chalk it up to Urban Dictionary because people put shit on Urban Dictionary all the time. This is a fan-run server.
I know.
People can put, some of these things are dumb as fuck.
Well, it still has to get approved, but yeah.
It does, but like I sift through a lot of these that are dumb as fuck to find decently funny ones.
Yeah.
And, yeah. The Penske file made me laugh because I am a fan of the show. And I do agree with you.
A Festivus for the rest of us.
No, my favorite one was George when he was waiting on the call for the job and he was in the bathroom taking a shit and fucking Kramer answers the phone. He's like, "Hello," and George is like, and he comes running out of the bathroom with his pants around his ankles and he like does a fucking head dive and Kramer's like, "Yep," and hangs up the phone. He's like, shit's funny as hell.
Anyway.
Yep. Any last closing arguments you want to throw out there?
I got nothing, dog. I'm struggling.
You want to suck my kangaroo apples?
There's something seriously wrong with you.
There is.
Like you can ask someone a question without being inappropriate. Now I'm not saying being inappropriate is wrong.
I feel like I'm looking for a specific response, and you're right.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you just you can go about it in certain ways and just straight up ask.
I hate beating around the bush. I'm going to ask you a specific question.
It's not beating around the bush, though. I'm asking a specific question to get a specific answer.
It's probably leading. Honestly, I'm leading them to give me the answer I want, actually.
Yeah,
you're right.
You want the inappropriate answer, so you're asking the inappropriate question.
Harvey would object to me.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm asking a specific question to also get a specific answer. But one of which doesn't get me punched in the face.
Does she live around here?
You know what I mean, though.
I do, but it's the internet. You can talk all the shit you want, and hide behind a keyboard, right?
Don't teach these kids that.
PSA, kids, don't do that. Somebody eventually will show up at your front door, and then you've got a problem because that whole "I'll beat your ass on the internet" thing that don't translate to the front yard real well. I got news for you. That shit don't translate. Oh, bro, I'll beat your. That don't translate to the front yard, homie.
He brought a keyboard to a fist fight.
Well, I mean, it worked in Wanted. Rent free, the tooth. Fuck
you. I'm as soon as you said it, I'm imagining it.
That's a recurring theme from now on. Rent free is just gonna be a hot take all the time.
As soon as you say something, and my brain instantly needs to respond with something else. Rent free.
Just yell rent free and say what it because there's a good chance I'm gonna know what it is too.
Oh, if we actually can remember it and make that a thing, we could turn our podcast into a drinking game. I mean,
oh my god!
It's like it's every time they say rent free.
Bro, I don't think I have enough alcohol in the state of Maryland for that.
I wouldn't participate.
I wouldn't.
But anyway, Moist Voicers, real quick, I want to say thank you. Appreciate you. Resetting my sleep, resetting mentally, physically, everything. Working on it. I do want to get into streaming during the mornings, and soon I am going to try to attempt to do it today. I just need to figure out what I'm going to play. That's also been a factor. I don't know what to play other than I've been playing Overwatch. And I hated Overwatch for the longest time, and I finally found enjoyment in it because I found two characters that I liked playing. So we're gonna play that a little bit. Still having fun on BattleBit, so I might go play that. I really enjoy sniping; it's fun.
Minecraft or Roblox?
Yeah, I enjoy it. It's fun. It's therapeutic. But I get like 1 or 2 games in, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good. So I got to figure out a balance, and do I build something around one and then play something a little bit more, or do I play this and then switch to this and like evenly split time between games? I don't know. Being a variety streamer is one of the hardest fucking ways to be a streamer because like you have to have an established community to get away with that shit. I don't have one anymore. Anyway,
We'll get you there.
I'm rambling, but yeah, that's the goal. I want to start. I don't know if I'm gonna stick with it. I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I don't know if I'm gonna be mentally fucking capable to do it. Spending a whole bunch of energy gaming and streaming before work, and then going to work. I don't know if that's me because I've never done it, not on like a consecutive basis. So I don't know. We'll see. Want to try it? Never done it. Want to try it. But anyway, appreciate you. I'm a Norstar. Follow me on Twitch, Norstar. Follow me on Kick, Norstar TV. I probably will try to like balance streaming between the two platforms because I actually like the idea of that, because Twitch I can be serious on and like, dedicate the time to that. Whereas like Kick, I can just go on if I just having a bad day and want to vibe out and listen to a bunch of like illicit music and, just have a good time. Follow me on both. Kick, Kick. That platform is oddly growing more than I thought it would, and they're like branching out advertisement wise. Like I've been seeing their ads for their site on other sites that have nothing to do with gaming. Great. So follow me on both. Thank you. My name is Norstar. You'll see the links. I got to add my Kick link to the description in my link tree. I have yet to add that. Remind me after this.
Gotcha. I am Jason, Shades of Idiocy. We appreciate everybody coming that listened in. As we always say, tell somebody, tell a friend, tell your mama, tell your baby mama. Come listen to us. It's general. We have fun. We talk about topics that you can relate to, and we talk about life and everything that's happening in between. So we appreciate you guys showing up and hope to see you here next week.
Real quick before we go, I want to state, next time, can you get a little better at picking your Urban Dictionary words? Come on, Candy-ceutical and fucking retendering? That's what you went with?
You sound like such a hater right now.
No, they fucking suck. Not as much as when you suck my ass, but